Jennifer Garner is one of the most beautiful actresses around, but she has a complicated personal life and she actually hates Blake Lively over an affair. And Jennifer Garner had her first marriage when she was 28 years old.
Is that Blake Lively developed some feelings for for Justin Baldoni. She has been in love with Penn Badgley from, Gossip Girl, then she got with Ryan Reynolds.
Jennifer Garner is known for her warmth and poise, but rumors suggest she's been harboring a serious grudge against Blake Lively for years. On the surface, it's easy to think of Blake as the smiling America's sweetheart. Yet behind that friendly facade lies a series of stories that have sparked whispers throughout Hollywood. The tension between Jennifer and Blake supposedly began when Blake starred opposite Ben Affleck in The Town, and the gossip only intensified once people started noticing that both actors seemed a little too close on and off the set. Jennifer, who was Ben's wife at the time, was not pleased. Why did this hit so hard for Jen? Well, she'd already heard the rumors that Ben was drawn to co-stars he connected with on screen. She'd watched it happen years before when he transitioned from a high-profile engagement to Jennifer Lopez into a brand new relationship with Jennifer Garner herself. So, when Blake entered the picture as Ben's younger and undeniably charming co-lead, suspicions flared. The media didn't help matters either, pointing out intense flirtation during interviews. It didn't take long for the story to become an open secret, one that would reportedly haunt Jennifer and push her to avoid Blake for as long as possible. Despite Jennifer's attempts to keep the marriage stable for the sake of her children, everything unraveled. Though Blake eventually moved on to other relationships, the incident with Ben cast a long shadow. Years later, fans noticed that Jennifer made sure to steer clear of sharing a spotlight with Blake whenever possible. Whether it was at movie premieres or red carpet events, the two women never appeared close. This deep-seated animosity has fueled one of Hollywood's most persistent behind-the-scenes feuds, revealing a less-than-rosy side to an actress usually portrayed as squeaky clean. But before we continue with these deep dives, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next shocking update.
One of the films that you did along the way was Green Lantern. I had your co-star from Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds, not long ago here at Sirius, and he said something very, very interesting about you.
I hate these surprises.
It was funny because for about a year after Green Lantern had come and gone and all that stuff, and we were both single, we went on a double date she was on a date with another guy, and I was like...
The second major drama in Blake Lively's orbit centers on Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson, who famously split back in 2010. At the time, Ryan and Scarlett were viewed as a gorgeous power couple whose marriage seemed rock solid. But once Blake and Ryan began filming Green Lantern, the rumor mill kicked into high gear. Insiders whispered about how the two were spending suspiciously long hours together after wrap each day. Scarlett, who generally keeps her private life under wraps, wasn't going to air out her frustrations in public. Yet her absence at the Green Lantern premiere spoke volumes. Instead of Scarlett by Ryan's side, fans saw Ryan and Blake sharing the red carpet as if they were the film's royal couple. Soon after, Scarlett and Ryan announced their divorce. Whether Blake and Ryan's blossoming connection was the final straw or simply an added stressor remains unclear, but it certainly didn't ease the tension. Looking back, this incident seems to echo the pattern from Blake's reported relationship with Ben Affleck. She meets a committed co-star, rumors swirl, and eventually a breakup or divorce hits the headlines. While some fans chalk these stories up to Hollywood gossip, others point to the consistent timing of these rumored emotional entanglements.
This is about the society I hope we could and can become. Right from the early days, meeting lots of people who are suffering with, addiction or poor mental health, and hearing time and time again that their troubles now in adulthood stem right back from early childhood experience.
You might think feuding with A-list actors is enough drama for one career, but apparently even royalty got caught in the crossfire. Kate Middleton, arguably one of the most photographed women in the world, faced major backlash when a family photo appeared suspiciously retouched at a time she was recovering from a significant health issue. Social media was buzzing with criticism, and to everyone's surprise, Blake Lively seemed to jump on the bandwagon. Reports allege that Blake posted a photo of herself, heavily edited, with a caption suggesting it was totally not photoshopped, in a direct wink to Kate's PR nightmare. The palace was already protective of Kate's image, and this perceived dig from Blake landed poorly. Though the royal family never responded officially, sources claim they were unimpressed by Blake's decision to capitalize on someone else's scandal. It showed another side to her public persona, one willing to stir controversy for personal gain. Before she became the face of big-budget films, Blake Lively was Serena van der Woodsen on the hit show Gossip Girl. On screen, she and Leighton Meester, playing Blair Waldorf, were the ultimate frenemies. Off-screen, crew members claimed the relationship was lukewarm at best. While Leighton was serious about her acting craft, Blake seemed more invested in fashion contracts and magazine covers. This divergence in priorities reportedly created friction between them. The tension became crystal clear when Leighton Meester tied the knot with Adam Brody. Fans noticed Blake was nowhere to be found on the guest list, despite their show's success and the public image of them as friends. Penn Badgley, who dated Blake in real life before they split, also contributed to the swirling speculation. In later interviews, Penn enthusiastically praised several co-stars, conspicuously omitting Blake's name. It was a subtle but telling snub that spurred more headlines and added to the mounting evidence that Blake can be challenging behind the scenes. Blake's rumored difficulties didn't end with Gossip Girl. On the set of A Simple Favor, she co-starred with Anna Kendrick, another actress beloved for her wit and down-to-earth charm. Yet, rumors claim they clashed. Blake allegedly insisted on retakes over minor aesthetic preferences, causing frequent production delays. Anna, who values efficiency and hates inconveniencing the crew, reportedly found this behavior infuriating. Fans caught a glimpse of their awkward dynamic during press tours. Interviews that should have been breezy felt stilted, with uncomfortable pauses and forced smiles. When the sequel was announced, speculation immediately erupted. Would Anna even want to work with Blake again? While official statements are minimal, the tension remains a hot topic, fueling the perception that Blake's off-camera demeanor is far from the effortless grace she projects in interviews. Hollywood's perennial bachelor, Leonardo DiCaprio, famously dates high-profile models. But for a moment in 2011, Blake Lively caught his eye. Fans assumed that if anyone could handle the glitz and glamour of Leo's world, it would be a successful actress like Blake. Yet the relationship collapsed after just a few months. Insiders whispered that Blake tried too hard to blend with Leo's circle, which led him to lose interest quickly. One bizarre anecdote is that Blake sent Leo pictures of a Barbie doll in various scenarios, presumably to keep the spark alive while they were apart. Some found it quirky, others found it odd, but either way, Leo evidently didn't appreciate the gesture. He moved on quietly, as did Blake. But the memory of that short-lived fling remains a footnote in both their histories. It also highlighted once again her habit of stirring up big waves in relationships, only to exit swiftly when things don't go as planned. Blake's latest dust-up involves a legal battle over the film adaptation of It Ends With Us, produced by Justin Baldoni. Rumors suggest there's friction over creative decisions and alleged behavior that's reminiscent of what previous co-stars and collaborators have described. With so many past controversies swirling, this situation paints a picture of someone who may be tough to work with behind the scenes, regardless of her public persona. Observers are now speculating that these frequent feuds might finally crack Blake's pristine image. The pattern is hard to ignore. She enters a project, tensions skyrocket, and coworkers or their families eventually step away, rarely looking back. While some fans remain fiercely loyal to Blake, others are questioning how these rumors could all be so similar without at least a shred of truth behind them.
Getting into some gossip, if you read the blind items, you'll know that allegedly when Ben was doing The Town, he was having an affair with Blake Lively. So as much as Jennifer does love Ryan Reynolds, she does avoid really interacting with him when his wife is. So I don't think his wife was on set during that time because she don't fuck with Blake Lively.
From the alleged affair with Ben Affleck to tension with Anna Kendrick, from overshadowing Kate Middleton's vulnerable moment to rumored feuds on the Gossip Girl set, Blake Lively has left a trail of uneasy coworkers and ex-friends in her wake. Whether it's fair criticism or media-driven sensationalism is a matter of debate. Yet it's undeniable that a consistent narrative has followed her throughout her career. Jennifer Garner, one of the first high-profile stars rumored to have an issue with Blake, has since moved forward gracefully. She's thriving in both her personal life and career. Meanwhile, Blake's once spotless image has taken hits thanks to repeated claims of diva behavior, co-star conflicts, and questionable relationship choices. So, is Blake Lively truly the cunning manipulator some accuse her of being? Or is she just an ambitious actress who's been caught up in Hollywood's rumor mill one too many times? Only those directly involved know the full truth. Still, the sheer volume of whispered stories leaves the rest of us wondering where the line between rumor and reality really lies. One thing's for sure. This drama isn't going away anytime soon. Hollywood has always loved a good scandal. And if these rumors continue, Blake might find her path to America's sweetheart status far more complicated than she ever anticipated. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you like deep dives into the more mysterious corners of celebrity life, make sure you're subscribed, because there's always another twist just around the corner.